Hello everybody, it's Amanda here. Today is November 1st, 2015, which means that yesterday was the last day of Inktober. And if you are unaware of what Inktober is, it's basically you practice drawing with the ink medium. You do an ink drawing every day for the month of October, which seems it's actually quite challenging because after about day 5 or 6 you start running out of steam, maybe running out of ideas. So doing 31 drawings in ink is definitely challenging, but I did it, yay! So and I did it all in this little Inktober Moleskine Sketchbook. I actually wrote this out. You wouldn't be able to buy an Inktober book like this, but I just wrote the words there. So I did all of them in this little book, so I'm going to show them to you each day. And I finished it. All 31 days, I did not miss a day. So first page right here, I'm covering up my phone number, but that's my name. And I thought it was funny, it says, as a reward, and then there's a blank, but I'm just like, don't have much money, but I will treat you guys to a Jimmy John's sandwich if you find my book and give it back to me. So there you go. Oh, we're getting this big pink. So this is day number 1. This is my little octopus. I started out of the gate for Inktober pretty strongly, I think. This is one of my favorites from this month. It was my first attempt at doing an ink wash, and I had been wanting to do an octopus for a very long time. I love drawing tentacles. It's fun. So, yep. Next day. Edgar Allan Poe, kind of swooshing into a raven on a skull because, Poe, ravens, they kind of go hand in hand. And my idea for this project, this Inktober project, was to do a double page spread and make it a full-on illustration, not just like a dinky 5-minute okay, I did my Inktober today. I really tried my best to put some thought into each one. And you can tell which days I was tired and which ones I was working well on. So this is the one that I got a little bit of a sneak peek from earlier. It's Toad from the Mario series, and he's my favorite character. Any game that I play that has the option to choose a character from the Mario series, I always choose Toad because he's awesome. Anyway, again, I was trying out with the ink wash. So yes. Alright, so here's a little church with a fun little pattern thing I wanted to try. I wanted to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. My main thing that I am familiar drawing is faces and people, just in general, but I barely ever draw buildings. So I wanted to try to draw some buildings in this Inktober. So yeah, that was my first attempt at a building. Alright, day 5, not really my favorite. I kind of wanted to figure out what was going on with water droplets and how they worked, but this one fell short for me. I wasn't a big fan of how this one turned out, so let's just move on. Alternatively, I am a very big fan of how this turned out. I picked up at the art store at Michael's, I picked up some Sepia inks, so you'll see a little bit of yellow, brown, and red throughout Inktober as well. And yeah, moving right along. Here's another attempt at a building. I learned a lot from doing this. I really, really did. But then at the same time, I learned from my mistakes as well, because I'm seeing here I would go back and fix some things, like the windows are not lining up perspective-wise with the building. And I mean, yeah, I messed it up, but I mean, I'm recognizing that I made those mistakes, and I can go back, well, and not on this one, but the next time I draw a building, I can, make a note to say okay, well, these need to line up with the perspective of the building. So just because it's not necessarily a 100% perfect drawing doesn't mean you don't learn a lot from it. So let's move on. Telephone. This day I remember being quite a very busy day for me, and this is one of my half-ass days. I'll call them half-ass days because that's what it was. And yeah, we're gonna move on. Here we have the Headless Horseman. I actually really like how this one turned out, except for the pumpkin. Not a big fan of the jack-o'-lantern, but if you see here, I used this shading styled stippling. I don't use stippling very often because I get very it's exhausting, actually. It's really exhausting using stippling, but it turned out okay. Oh, turning it this way. This one turned out to be one of my favorites. The only thing that I could complain about this one is, like, this was a really last minute decision, and I probably should have thought that through a little bit more. And the way I did the blacks wasn't very good, I don't think. See, it's really streaky. I should have done it a different way. But otherwise, he was really fun to do, and I saw The Martian that day, so that's really what inspired this. So this is a study of one of the Frankenstein illustrations that Bernie Wrightson did. He's amazing with ink, and I don't know if you see here, there's tiny little hatch marks, and that's how he does his entire illustration. And I mean, I tried to do it in the face here and in the sleeve there, but like 45 minutes later, and I'd only done like this little part and this little part, and I was like, I gotta move on with my life. I can't. It's so meticulous, and it's amazing. He's really just, whew. Anyway, we're moving on. This, I really like how this one came out. This is just a Google image I found. And I had seen these situations where, like, people had, like, created a frame, but then took some elements out of the frame. And I was like, that is kind of really cool. So I wanted to do something with that. And I really like how this girl came out. So, yeah. All right, moving along. I did a birdie. I really like drawing birds. And this is one of those days where I wasn't sure what I wanted to draw. So I was like, oh, I'll just draw something that I'm used to drawing, which is birds. I like drawing birds. So there you go. This was fun. I wanted to try doing another structure, so I did a treehouse. The perspective's a little wonky right here, but I really like how the stairs turned out, so. And the tree is a little funny, but I don't know, these stairs look cool. Moving along. The puppy! I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do to this day, but I really wanted to explore, like, negative space and just creating a shape with a silhouette. So that was fun. Also, it's a puppy. Move it along. Here we have another silhouette. Not a big fan of how this one turned out, mostly because I rushed it, and this looks really streaky and gross around here. So, but I don't know. It's a drippy deer, I guess. Oh, and my cat is coming to visit us. Hello, Bones. Hi. He's a brand new cat. He's about 2.5 months old, so I love him so much. Okay. This, I had rewatched Mad Max. And there you go. There's a little spiky car, and it's Mad Max. I don't know what else to say. I wanted the focus to be on the cloud of smoke that was produced by the car rather than the car itself. So hopefully that came through. Bones, how about not chewing on a wire? How about no? Okay. This one I really liked, except I guess I messed up. I accidentally got some on Stop It, Bones. But I really wanted to spend some time doing, like, some fun, like, really ink washy effects and stuff. And that's what I did. Also, I really like those old-timey bicycles. So there's a skeleton man riding one. It's fun. This is a beta. One of my friends has a beta fish named Halifax, and he loves his beta fish. And he was showing me all these cool drawings of beta fishes, and I was like, I want to do a beta fish one day. So I did. The end. And here is an owl, because I like doing birds, and I wasn't sure what to do today, or that day, so owl. And I wanted to work more on my ink cross-hatching and hatching stuff, so there you go. This one was a lot of fun to do. I mean, there's not much to say about it, but this one was fun, and it's one of my favorites from this month. So, Deep Sea Diver. Oh my gosh, this one. This is the first day of like a 5 or 6 day road trip that I took towards the end of the month. And I saw these really cool urban sketches of like people actually like including their, basically just drawing their surroundings and even including their own hands drawing the book. And it's like really like, I don't know. So anyway, this is the inside of the car as we were going to Ohio. I live in Florida, so Florida to Ohio was a long road trip. But this one was a lot of fun. And I actually did not get car sick. I thought I was going to, but I did not get car sick. And that's my cousin driving. So I told her not to move her knees. Don't move her knees. This was a picture that I took on my road trip that I incorporated into a drawing. I don't really like how it turned out, but you're going to see the next couple of drawings. They're really the worst ones out of this month, just because like I was so tired from driving, and I needed to get my Inktober's done, and I was just like, some of them aren't very good. So yeah, this one's okay, but moving on. And the reason I went to Ohio is because I was going to my two of my friends' wedding. So we made it to the wedding, and I took a picture, and then I drew something from this picture. But as you can see, the next page, I used Copics on the next page, and it bled through. So, I kind of messed it up. But. And this is the next day. I was so exhausted. I finally got to my destination at like 11:30 at night, and I was like, I have 30 minutes to do my Inktober. Go, go, go. It is just bad. It's really bad. This is the worst one, I think. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that. I was just really exhausted. Okay. I'm still on my road trip, by the way. I saw a picture of this kind of structure thing, and I thought it looked kind of cool. I really liked the contrast between this shape and then the background, and then the shape and then the background. I don't know, I really liked it. So, and I made it on a floaty platform because why not? Okay, this is the day I came back from my road trip. I didn't really know what to do. I was very tired. We didn't get back till 11:30, but I finally picked up my cat. So from the little cat babysitter, our cousin babysat our cat for a little bit. So I'm like, yay, I got my cat back. I'm gonna draw my cat, and this is my cat sitting in various positions as I was trying to draw him. So yes, it's a very quick one. I think my favorite is this one right here. So anyway, moving right along. This was like my comeback from kind of the not so great Inktober's during my road trip. I really spent a long time working on the hatching and like creating the shapes for this one. And I really like how this guy turned out. Next one is, it's a monster and 4 little people. This is our cast of characters for my role-playing game that I'm doing with my friends on Saturdays, and she's my character, Violet. She's a doctor. And yeah, it's a Cthulhu-based role-playing game, so that's why there's kind of like this grotesque monster behind us. So, moving right along, I liked doing that picture on my road trip so much that I did it again, but at home. This is the right-hand side of my bed. So this is my room, and this desk is the desk that I'm standing over right now. This is the lamp that is lighting this video, so I'm really drawing my surroundings here, and then I added my cat in there too. The biggest challenge for this one was the blankets, doing the blankets, because there was a lot of folds and shapes created by shadows, and it was hard, but it was pretty fun. And this is the last day of Inktober, and I was so tired, and I went back to one of my staples, which I really like drawing. You'll have to excuse me, my phone ran out of memory, so I had to delete a few things. It just finished up this video. So, anyway, this was the last day of Inktober, and as I said, I really like drawing zombies, so this one is actually based on a Bernie Wrightson zombie, and I wrote a little bubble saying, "Didn't miss a single day of Inktober. Time to rest." This zombie is actually based off of a illustration that Bernie Wrightson did in his adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's Cool Air. If you're unfamiliar with the story of Cool Air, I don't know, it's really good. I don't want to spoil it, so yep. And that's the last day of Inktober, but there is about 8 double pages left in this book, so I might go into Inkvember. I don't know, but we shall see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed looking at my Inktober stuff. If you guys want, I can do more art-related videos if you're interested in anything like that. I have a few finished sketchbooks that I can go through. Just leave it in the comments if you're interested in seeing that stuff. I'm more than okay with showing it to you. And here's to next Inktober. I'm excited already for it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.